Day with Roy Borromeo.
Good morning Philippines, good morning netizens, and good morning world. I am your host, Roy C. Borromeo Jr. At ngayong araw ay may makakasama tayong mga guest professionals sa larangan ng edukasyon at psikolohiya na kung saan sila ay sasagot mula sa mga katanungan sa children with special needs under IDEA and factors affecting growth and development na kamakailan ay pinost natin sa notebook at sa chipper. Pero bago ang lahat, let's greet them first. Hello sa inyo!
Hi!
Ayan, so simulan na natin ang ating talakayan. Ito yung unang tanong mula sa notebook. Sabi, how might the question of nature versus nurture be misleading? Miss Jamaica at Sir Piolo, can you answer please?
Nature versus nature. That is really a misguided question because it implies that nature and nurture represent stark dichotomy or division. That's why this question causing people to debate. There is no division between them. The reality is that nature and nurture do not exist as separate entities, but the truth is they interact with each other.
Let's make it clear, madam. When we say nature, traits that are inherited or genetics meaning from our parents. And when we say nurture, all environmental influences. Am I correct, madam?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you for clearing that to us, Mr. Piolo and Miss Jamaica. Ngayon, mula naman sa chipper, sabi dito, how do the additive effects of adverse childhood experiences impact the developing brain? If you would answer Miss Diane and Miss Mikey.
So, we have Miss Diane Agustin to give us clarification about that. So, Miss Diane?
So, ayun nga, when we say adverse childhood experiences or yung tinatawag nating ACE, ito yung mga traumatic events that occur during the first 18 years of life. ACEs can include neglect, physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, pwede rin yung dahilan ng pagkakawala ng mga magulang, violence, and mental illness, etc. So, the more ACEs a child experiences, the more likely he or she is to impact the brain and probably develop chronic health condition and risky behaviors. This often led to negative outcomes later in life. Kaya lang hindi sila nakakatapos or ayaw na nila talagang mag-aral. Heart disease, obesity, depression, substance misuse, and even suicide. Kaya, ACE is a serious issue na hindi pwedeng baliwalain. The brain is the control center of our body, so means when it is the most affected, our whole self might be affected too.
Oh, so ganun pala yun. Yan, ngayon naman mula sa notebook ulit, sabi naman dito, how is it possible for our genetics to influence our environment and our environment to influence our genetics? It's a reciprocal determinism. Pwede bang pakisagot ito, Miss Leslie at Sir Bon?
Yes, it is possible to influence both because we are on adapt and change. Adapt on what's necessary and change with adjustment.
From the earliest moment of life, the interaction of genes and the environment work to shape who children are and who will they become. While the genetic instruction a child inherits from their parents may set out of a roadmap for development, the environment can impact how these directions are expressed, shaped, or even silenced. Height is a good example of a genetic trait that can be influenced by environmental factors. While a child's genetic codes may provide instruction for tallness, the expression of his height might be suppressed if the children has poor nutrition or chronic illness.
Oh guys, listen carefully ha. Now, ito naman yung pang-apat nating katanungan mula naman sa chipper ulit. Sabi, do you believe if the parents are smart, the offspring will be smart too? Sabi niya dito. Miss Rochella, pwede bang pakisagot ito?
So, Bloming and Derry, researchers from UK, mentioned on their papers that assortative mating results to higher intelligence, meaning when both parents are intelligent or has a higher IQ, their children tend to inherit those characteristics that results to higher intelligence or higher IQ too. On the same paper, they also mentioned that the inheritability of intelligences increases from 20% to infancy to perhaps 80% to adulthood. But there are still factors that may affect these individuals to express their intelligences, such as the trauma and abuse they've got from their environment. So by then, I do believe that intelligence is inheritable.
Ayan, so hindi naman pala necessarily na both parents should be smart. Ayan, for our last question naman, ito from our talk show na mismo. Sabi, why is the 13 disability categories matter when planning reading interventions? Yan, sasagutin ito ni Ma'am Cristel at Sir Daniel.
There are two ways intervention for the disability categories. First is knowing the student if they are identified with any of the 13 disabilities, to be aware the teachers to their learning needs so the proper instruction is planned, and also help them to be prepared on how to handle and treat the students. Mr. Bartido will tell otherwise. Mr. Bartido.
Yes, thank you, Miss Agaton. Of course, the teacher must aware of the knowledge that the student gain, especially in those who has the disabilities, and make them competitive enough to go out of the school with their knowledge that they attain in the education.
Salamat Mr. Daniel at Miss Cristel. Ayan, gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa mga ating guest professional sa pagdalo dito upang magbahagi ng kanilang wisdom regarding sa children with special needs under IDEA and sa mga factors affecting growth and development. Ayan, so netizens, sana may natutunan kayo mula sa talakayan namin. And yun lang, paalam hanggang sa muli.